More on the economy in Brazil. Our young man Paulo Sotero is here, director of the Brazil Institute, Woodrow Wilson Center for Woodrow Wilson Center. Welcome back. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too,
What
Phil.
is going on in Brazil? I mean, every time I see you, I know you're generally very optimistic about it, but it's hard to be excited with what's going on over there right now.
Well, there are some Chinese investors that are betting on Brazil. There are others that continue to bet. Brazil is now paying the price of some folly that happened in the past 4 years. Brazil is coming to terms with now reality, a harsh reality of contraction in the economy, controlling inflation, obviously very unpleasant news to most of the people because the government has to reestablish fiscal balance, reestablish credibility. It will be painful and it will happen to be done under political circumstances very tough for a recently elected president that is now very unpopular.
What can we do to put this corruption scandal behind us? Do people have to go to jail? Do they have to come out clean and transparent and say, hey, this is what happened? I mean, what's going to be acceptable to the public in Brazil?
Justice. People will
They want to see people in jail.
Yes, those who are guilty will go to a court of law in Brazil, will respond for charges, and if they're found guilty, they are going to go to jail. This is the way the system is designed. We fought, Phil, for 30 years to get this right, and now we have it, and people in Brazil are fed up with impunity, with corruption. Now the system is starting to work. It's very painful.
Do you think deep down in your heart, do you think you will get to see this justice?
Oh, sure. We saw in the last scandal, the Mensalão, we saw important people, a former chief of staff of President
Nobody's
Lula.
immune.
Nobody's immune. Nobody should be immune.
What if government officials are involved?
Well, they have to pay the price. They're just citizens of Brazil. We are a democracy. They will have to face the law. And what is beautiful about this, you know, I would like to say that journalists unveil all of this because I'm a journalist. No, it were federal prosecutors, federal policemen. There is a new generation of Brazilians that are doing the work for the people in government that they are supposed to do. So, you know, it's a very sad story. It's a very painful story, but there is virtue in this, and now we have to face reality and overcome.
The economic troubles. You've got the scandal, you've got the economy being weak, you also have the neighbors. They're not doing all that great either, right? So how do we incorporate all this? I mean, how are they involved, and how can we overcome some of the weakness we see, for example, in Venezuela?
Well, first, Venezuela, two things. First of all, Venezuela is a country in turmoil. Brazil is not. Brazil is a country where people can freely protest against the government without fear. Brazil has to make a decision on how to help Venezuela, Venezuelans on both sides, to talk to one another, using as a model what we do in Brazil, and try to lessen the tension, because is it in the interest of Brazil to do that? We don't like to have instability near our borders. We have businesses' interest in Venezuela. And obviously, if and when, I believe we will recover from this in a couple of years, to the benefit of the neighbors. Brazilian economy growing helps everybody around us because we are a very big economy. We can contribute to neighbors' prosperity, and there are positive things to be done. Now, the problem now is to focus on the business at hand, which is to take care of this economy,
take care of the economy,
cuts, and you know, build up the path back to prosperity.
Give me some good news. When do we get back to growth? When do we talk about good things happening to Brazil instead of all this bad stuff?
I think that by the end of the next year, we will start seeing some of that. I joke with my friends that, you know, the economists, by the first semester of 2017, we'll probably have this wonderful cover, Brazil is back. It's going to take hard work. I think our politicians will have to come together. But, you know, Brazil is a country that has always been kind of accelerated. We are a country of promise, of prosperity, of democracy, of inequality becoming more equal.
And optimism.
Optimism is our middle name, Phil.
Paulo, it's good to see you. I'm going to hold you to this. We'll celebrate the end of next year, apparently. Okay, it's good to have you.